Hello everyone, this is Ben from consciousazine.com. As always, I'll put all mentioned links, hyperlinks, URLs, websites underneath the link underneath this video in the description. Okay, so this video is generally a random one. This is the first time I'm going to go over my 15-minute video. So this is generally on neuroscience and this sort of area. There's a page in consciousazine.com called NeuroScienceManiaMan. So that's a page to go look at. A lot of the latest neuroscience and stuff. I've put that together myself. So let's start up the top of this page here. Physicists find evidence that the universe is a giant brain, is the title of this article. The idea of the universe as a giant brain has been proposed by scientists and science fiction writers for decades, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's an interesting article. If we head down the page, there's a picture in this slideshow, the one you're seeing now. So here's one very pragmatic, practical example of this picture. Cortisol release from stress. Cortisol ages you. Okay. So in the next picture you're also going to see the idea of the fractal reverberation of reverberation in a fractal sense of our neurons in our brain being like the universe's look. So you'll see that picture in a couple of seconds. Now, there's a lot of stuff on this page, like stuff about the pineal gland. This is your brain or no self-control, brainwaves, post, stuff about brainwaves, perception, ADHD, psychology, consciousness, 50 ways to boost your brain power, this type of stuff, meta memory. They've mapped the whole mouse brain now. Some Breath of Fire and Light is a title of video from the Goldring series, Parasana. Some little tidbit articles on some stuff. A lot of interesting stuff here. Neuroscience for kids, even neuroscience games here. So yeah, let's take some advice from Bruce Lee here. Perception of sound and color hearing. Yep, color hearing. So this is synesthesia type stuff, I think. Haven't read that for a while. Go have a look at all this. Very interesting articles here. Lucid dreaming. Must on risk madness to achieve genius. Another article. A lot of just random good stuff here. On the Neuroscience Mania Man page in consciousazine.com. I'll put the link in the description. So, just to enhance what I was saying, the idea of the human neurons being a reverberation of universal sort of archetype, a fractal sense. Yeah, well, I mean, I often and many others before me have referred to humans as brain cells of the Gaian or Earth mind. And indeed, we kind of look a little bit like brain cells if you'll have a look at, say, the banner on NeuroScienceManiaMan page. And you can see how we are similar, we act similar. And I often make the analogy that the shamans in humanity, such as myself, are like glial cells, which help neurons in the human brain with growth factors. So that's pretty much what shamans and such awakened people do. Picture we're looking at. Yeah, well, that goes back to what you'll see Nikola Tesla say on here as well in another one, another picture. It'll be with a green background coming up. But yeah, this idea, this goes to one of the best readings I've found, called Walter Russell. That's the guy who wrote it, The Secret of Light, and it's on Scribd.com. And Scribd.com is like the biggest online publishing network or something, and it's all free, or at least that reading is. And Walter Russell, The Secret of Light, and that's about the Universal One, and I guess how it's downloaded a little bit into what you see around you. But I haven't completely covered all of Walter Russell's work, so I can't say if he's missing something. But as far as I've seen, I like the Gold Ring Game of Enlightenment and Abundance networks ideas on a lot of stuff by Riser5 on YouTube. So that's the Gold Ring Game of Enlightenment and Abundance. They're very forefront and next, and synthesigic in his own work, or their own work, and very forefront and next. I say it is the next. So well done to Riser. I like it very much, and the visuals are very important and relate back to the pineal and well, rather the third eye, and so-called opening the third eye. The visuals on the Gold Ring YouTube videos is like 100 10-minute videos of the Gold Ring Network, Game of Enlightenment and Abundance. Yeah, I recently had ideas about how, how scientists say a star explodes 13 billion. There's a picture of pineal going into dream time. How scientists say, it takes, if a star's 13 billion light years away, it takes 13 billion light years to reach Earth. So it's taken 13 billion years for that star over there to explode, to do its thing, through the music of the spheres, so-called, and through the universal orchestra, ricochet its way through, do what it does, set off whatever planetary disturbances, other star explosions, and etc., and ricochet its way towards Earth, or whatever, however this stream worked. And there's many stars, so I'm not about to say some direct stream of how a certain beam is coming from somewhere. I'm just saying in general, think about it. Now, it takes 13 billion years. Now, this is how time is circular, and I believe this has a lot to do with the Terence-McKennian time wave resonance, because the time wave actually lays the ground for a theory of resonance. So if you haven't seen that, Time Wave Zero by Terence McKenna on YouTube. So yeah, think about that. Now, the pineal receives star downloads, so this is how the universe is intricately orchestrated. This is how it's set up. Your pineal is receiving these ultra low or ultra high, or whatever they are, cosmic frequencies, and we get these, I get them myself, crazy images, a lot of gnarly images. And I mean, you can do hallucinogens and psychedelics, and you can get similar things. But the ones from the star downloads, my invocations, or like my Andromedian violet flame invocation vision, that those are intense, and it's time dilating. The typical story on that sort of stuff. If you don't know about that stuff, just Google, pineal visions and stuff like that. But yeah, so psychedelics can help if you're not experiencing any visions, because I mean, everyone that I know that is, they call themselves star seeds and indigos and all this kind of thing. Well, and they're seeing things in their third eyes as well. So it's not just me, and I'm not crazy, and I don't believe the others are, and I believe this is actually how the universe is intricately orchestrated. And so you're receiving that star that exploded 13 billion years ago. You're receiving that code download now. 2012, the end date or the end of the time wave. The 21st of the 12th, 2012, and you have to see why the Mackennian time wave is set to that. Apparently, it just works. It hits all the key dates in the past, and you'll have to reference McKenna's work, Terence McKenna, and so I think this is how the universe is set up, and it's taken 13 billion years for that star download to come. Now, the end date was Genesis Singularis, as I call it. Here's a word from Terence McKenna too on your screen. So Genesis Singularis page, I'll put under the video as well. I'll put it under many videos. It's a running theme. It's the largest theme, and 2012 end date was much more than some Mayan end calendar. It was like that pyramid of Mayan consciousness. That's a good way to look at it. It was like that, shorter and shorter epochs of consciousness, realizations, and creodes of certainties, I guess. Now certainties goes along the lines of fate and asymptotic ascent. Future attractive, not exploding from a big bang point. And that's also how I think the universe is set up somehow. Like we're pulling backwards. Sorry, forwards, but it's really kind of backwards. Anyway, that's another lecture. And also, you're going to see a picture from Heart Math Institute come up soon, saying, "Did you know the heart has neurons like the brain?" You'll see that in a minute, a couple of seconds or whatever. And so there's a whole page dedicated to. It's called New Human Program Hearting. Now that's mimicking the New Earth Program bottom-up approach by the people for the people, which is another page. So I mimicked that. So this is a New Human Program Hearting. So that's dedicated all to heart research, knowledge, law, whatever. It's all on the heart. So I was going to add to that picture, when you see this picture coming up, did you know, and it's on the heart, that also, did you know that the Taoists consider the gut, more precisely the nexus plexus chakra, solar plexus chakra, the lower Tan Chen as they call it, or lower triple body mind? So we're about to find out, some people are about to find out on this video, that the heart has neurons, and in a minute they'll see the image. And so just don't forget, there's also a third one Western science has not yet discovered about reality, which is the lower Tan Channel gut. So did you think your stomach was talking to you? It's not. So now at that notion, you should wake up and realize, so what's going on? There must be higher bandwidth of information hidden from my direct sight. I can see my guts when I kill someone, or I can see their guts and I can see it on TV, but I can't see the chakras on TV. Yeah, there's higher centers, the energetic centers. So if you don't know about them, you should research them. And get an understanding of what's meant by the light body. I call it the soul-mind body because it's your soul mix. So I'm going to attach another link called Explicated Noveldom website, and it has stuff on the soul, and also chelonic communication, which is kind of like the picture you're seeing maybe, which I think so far concluded as soul communication. But I don't know, it differs from channeling. Anyway, that's not this lecture. So I'm going to attach those pages as well. And I hope you all visit the yoga meditation healing page in Consciousness Zine to open your brain up and let mind flow through, as I say. Now you want to open your higher centers, the heart and up chakras. Now it's very important you open your crown chakra at the top of your head and you're flowing out. Now what happens is you get different information flow. You get more theta consciousness too, and hence you seem to get higher thoughts with this, is all I'll say for now. It's like you can think clearer, and it's kind of like how when you're driving you have aha moments. Aha! That type of thing. So yeah, many interesting articles on this page as well. Neuroscience Mania Man, where this picture is coming from. All the artists from all the pictures, you know, if we have Photoshop these days, put a little tag on there, like the Heart Math Institute's done here. So if anyone's angry at me copywriting so-called any of their images to use it for my so-called benefit when I'm actually just trying to teach people stuff, and evolve humanity, the larger system where I'm a brain cell within, please just let me know, and I can even maybe tag your picture with Photoshop. So yeah, hope there's no problems with copyrights or anything. So here we're seeing the Heart Math Institute's findings. Now I've got several of their really good articles on the Hearting page. I'll put the Hearting page in the description of this YouTube video. New Human Program Hearting. Okay, and now remember with videos, it's narrated, so you can go back over it. If you've forgotten something or don't understand, go back over it and you might understand, or you might remember, or you might find something new, as all videos. So remember to be conscious of your consciousness. Be the awareness behind the thoughts. You don't identify with the thoughts. Clear the nervous system with the yoga meditation healing page that I'm going to give you. There's eclectic links on there, very many. And they're very of astute nature on there too, not just fun and dandy random meditations off YouTube. They're actually really top quality. There's some good ones in there, such as the Google Tech Talks one, and Montauk Chia, the microcosmic orbit. These will open your eye up and you will see images and be able to lace inner light over what you're seeing on the outside of the world. Now this is my experience, like this picture. Yeah, it's important to open your third eye and have a pineal that's not calcified from fluoridated water, so you can see visions and stuff, and it works. And because of the neuroendocrine secretions, all the happy hormones, all the happy stuff, the dopamine and those ones, the anti-cortisols. You know, you want to keep happy, so that's one way positive thinking can help as well, with neuroendocrine secretions of the dopamine variety, the happy hormones, the happy ones, not such as the stress ones like cortisol. We don't want them. And here's a nice picture. Remember, left brain, don't be negatively balanced, be balanced, you know, not too much to one side. So for the new age hippies, you might want to do some hard analyzing, and for the hard analysts of the market, you might want to take psilocybin cubensis and cannabis. The gold top mushroom and cannabis both give neurogenesis, by the way. Check Psychedelic Biodome Earth page, which I'll put the link under this video as well. Neurogenesis from psilocybin cubensis and cannabis. Psilocybin cubensis is much better reference, but cannabis as well, and it's obvious when you take them from direct experience. Remember, this is direct experience with your brain. Use your brain. Think with yourself. not others' thoughts, not your society or culture's thoughts.